Hi, everybody. This is Brian Dice at Dream RC Airplanes. Been a while since I posted. I thought I'd bring you up to date on an interesting project I have in the shop. It's a scratch build I'm doing. I've often wondered how well an electric powered jet could fly if you weren't building a scale airplane. So I designed this one out of sheer imagination, and I'm scratch building it. It's about 50% done at this point. After I got done designing it, I realized it looks a little bit like a World War II bomber, and so I've had some people comment on that have seen it. But as you can see, it's a twin engine. It's got two Schubler 94s in it, and it's going to be a good fast airplane. I've got the planking on the top of the fuselage, but not on the bottom, as you can see. The nacelles are roughed in, still have a lot of finish shaping to do. The wings are pretty well built and beginning to cover the outside of the wings. You can see there's a joint just outside of each motor nacelle, a tricycle landing gear, and it'll be equipped with brakes and retracts, of course, brakes on the main. So when you pull the wings off, this will go through a 6-foot door opening, which is important. It'll also roll up in a trailer, so that'll make it easy. I have just glued on the stabilizer. It's built up. The fuselage obviously is foam. Everything else is built up. So the stab is just finished it, and I've got it drying right now. It's put on. Once I get it on and completely dried, then there'll be some structure I'll add to it just to make sure it's real strong. And then the rudder goes on over that. All the wiring's already in the fuselage. All the wiring's already in the wings. The motors are already wired. Once I get all that done, then I can finish all the planking on the fuselage. The problem with these electrics is always that you've got about 40 pounds of equipment and batteries to put in this airplane, and you don't know where in the world that's going to be because you don't know what the balance is, particularly on a scratch build airplane. So what I'm going to do is just continue to seal it up, not worry about it. Put it down on its feet once the rudder's on it and the rough construct is all done. That'll give me a rough idea. I calculated based on the weight put on the landing gears. And I'll get the center of gravity. That'll tell me where to put the hatches. I'm thinking there's one ahead of the wing and maybe an equipment one behind the wing. We'll find that out when we get to that point in the build. So that's pretty much where we are at this point. I think it's going to be a very interesting airplane. We're not sure exactly what's going to happen to it aerodynamically. The wingspan on it, what did it turn out to be? 14 feet. The fuselage is a little bit more than that, almost 15 feet. And as with all of these airplanes, what we've done to try and make the airplane fly a little bit better, where typically jets have little bitty surfaces, you can see the ailerons are large. The Fowler flap is down right now, but it's there. There'll be an interior flap as well. So you can see the surfaces are very big. The rudder and the elevators are big as well. So once I get the airplane under power, my hope is it's going to be a very aerobatic airplane, even though it's a jet. And so trying for the best of both worlds. We'll see how all that works out. It's going to be done in an airliner livery. I haven't decided which one yet, but basically it'll be a white airplane with red trim. And I've just finished working on the Virgin Airlines 747 that I rebuilt. And of course, it's all red and white. And it came out really nice. It looks good. So I think we're going to probably do that on this one as well. I set the stabilizer high instead of down on the fuselage because I don't want the elevators in the run of the jet. So you got a lot of airflow in there, and I don't want that to be affected in there. It'll make the airplane pitch if you do that. A lot of work left to go. You can see the back of the exit of the jet isn't finished yet. So there's a whole lot of work, but since I did have it pretty much set together, I thought I'd do a quick video. I'll show you others as the project goes along. This one is not for a customer. This one is being built just by me, so I'm free to show it to you. A lot of my high-end customers don't particularly want their projects out on YouTube. So that's why I haven't sent one out in quite a while. Thought I'd give you an update on this one. Hope you enjoy the look at the plane.